3.com. That's endofamerica, the number 3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones asking you for a minute of your time to tell you about soap. Not detergents, but good old-fashioned pure soap made by the Cal Ben Soap Company, a family-owned and operated American company. My family, staff, friends, and radio listeners are constantly telling me how much they love these products for bath, hair, laundry, and dishes. There is nothing like these factory-direct, big money-saving, triple-concentrated soaps anywhere. Get a free detailed catalog by calling 800-340-7091 or see them online at 5starsoap.com or Infowars.com. Let's talk to the owner of 5 Star Soap, Marty Schachter, and see what he has to say.
As founder and owner for over 63 years, people keep asking me, how's business? I'm happy to say our business is going down the drain. Call us at 1-800-340-7091. Visit our website, 5starsoap.com, for buying our 1 to 2 month soap sampler. Thank you.
You've heard Alex explain how the Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced colloidal silver solutions, yet many are unaware of the entire function of the Silver Lungs system and how it has been designed to deliver your silver solutions anywhere in or on the body. My name is Mario Cifaldi, and I'm the developer of the Silver Lungs generator. Not only does the Silver Lungs system produce endless colloidal and ionic silver solutions, it also comes equipped with the proper applicators and devices needed to deliver your silver solutions directly to key target areas. This includes the eyes, ears, nose, lungs, topically to the skin, and orally for the digestive system. Be sure to watch our new 7-minute video tour of the Silver Lungs system at www.silverlungs.com to learn more about how the Silver Lungs system works. As well, we are always ready to answer any questions you may have. That's www.silverlungs.com.
We are on the march. The empire is on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
So, top radio consultants in New York Magazine, the Rolling Stone, Talkers Magazine cover March 2011 last month. Alex Jones trailblazing the future of the media when the history books are written. And it goes on to say Alex Jones will be the keynote speaker and will serve as keynote speaker at the 2011 Talkers meeting. He will share insights into his internet success and suggest alternative approaches to issue talk programming on terrestrial radio outside rigid partisan formats. Story and MMS agenda highlights on page 1. Now, I'll be quite frank with you. There are no consultants here. There are no advisors to Alex Jones. I'm a guy who literally a lot of the times takes out the trash around here. I have a great grassroots crew that I've trained. I normally hire people just out of Craigslist ads who don't even know who I am, so they can see the information for themselves. This is not a group of acolytes that are here just agreeing with me. With 1/100th of the money that Fox News has, we have produced an outlet that is beating their pants off, absolutely destroying them and other mainstream media on the internet, and now blasting into the AM and FM dial, gaining upwards of 3 to 4 new affiliates on big stations a week, and getting high ratings. We get high ratings for little stations that don't even show up. We get even bigger ratings for big stations. And it's because so much of what we've talked about for 16 years has now come true, has now happened, has now basically unfolded, that the system is beginning to panic. They're scared. And so they're moving in with a constellation of attacks, a cornucopia of attacks to try to sabotage the alternative media. Now, George Soros, in Media Matters that he funds, sees Fox News as alternative to their globalist liberal agenda, when it's just a different flavor of globalism. And what did they say in internal memos that came out 2 weeks? We're going to sabotage them. We're going to destroy them. We're going into a new phase. Well, that's always been their phase. Posing as a nonpartisan watchdog, a savage group, funded by a man who openly has imploded currencies worldwide and been convicted, a man who admitted to 60 Minutes he helped the Nazis round people up and take their wealth. And then if you criticize that, he has financed Jewish groups that he runs come out and say basically that you're some type of Nazi because you don't like Nazi supporters. This is the bizarro world of George Soros, just one power minion of the New World Order, one Bilderberg group, Davos, confab globalist. And here's the headline of American Free Press: Soros convenes Bretton Woods II. We're going to be breaking that down. But again, the alternative media, the internet itself, is being chopped up right now, is being attacked, because on the level playing field, we are defeating the globalist in the realm of ideas. We are gaining ground on them every day, and they can feel the strength draining out of them. They're not going to give up power easily. They are coming after all of us, from below with the COINTELPRO, from above with the national media, with the think tanks, with the government-funded media. Government-funded media is now hiding in plain view. You think NPR is the only one getting government money? Most of the mainstream media is getting government money and private Federal Reserve taxpayer money they take from us, under the table, now public. That is the telltale logo of a real tyranny. So all of this is happening. And no matter what political party is in power, the federalization of police, the spy grids, the tattletale squads, it only intensifies, because they know as the economy melts down, as the standard of living slides into the great abyss, the people are going to wake up, they're going to start looking for answers, and the globalists can't have a strong alternative media, or even Glenn Beck telling part of the truth on Fox News while that's happening. And the deal is the Soros crowd gets rid of Oberman, Fox gets rid of Beck, because they're going to try to lower the rhetoric, just as Chucky Schumer is on record saying that, well, he could get Boehner to make deals and keep expanding the size of government if it wasn't for that Tea Party basically forcing him to cut government. They want to get in there. They want to share power. They want to make deals. The Republicans want to get back in. The central banks have a policy of wanting to implode economies so that they can take them over for pennies on the dollar. This is all happening. We're deep into this right now. And those of us that saw it coming a long time ago made preparations to resist it, made preparations to get on every radio interview we could, every TV interview we could, to be ridiculed, knowing that as we laid out the truth and as it happened, our credibility would rise. And so billions of people around the world have heard myself and countless other patriots calling into shows, being guest on shows. I quit counting more than 6-7 years ago. It was over 3,000 radio interviews I'd done then, many of them giant syndicated broadcast. I've done thousands and thousands and thousands of radio interviews, hundreds and hundreds of TV interviews, thousands and thousands of my own broadcasts, 26-plus documentaries. All of that is evergreen. You see something I did 10 years ago, people think it was taped last week. People see my films I released more than a decade ago. They're getting more popular, not less popular, because it's evergreen. You watch a Bill O'Reilly from 10 years ago, it's unwatchable. It's whatever fluff and fake political infighting was going on from that day. See, they fire a salvo of lies. It only goes out once. When we put out the truth, it bounces around, ricocheting forever. And I'm just sitting here at a giant 50 cal machine gun aimed at the New World Order, and every bullet I fire bounces around inside of them forever. And that's the good news. We've already put out so much info. We've already discredited these criminals so hardcore. We've already told the truth and exposed their paradigm and their tricks and their blueprint and their playbooks and their program of societal disintegration to build on its ashes a planetary dictatorship of the bankers, that even if they shut me down tomorrow, even if they shut Glenn Beck down tomorrow, even if they shut G. Edward Griffin down tomorrow, even if they shut down Bob Chapman tomorrow, they have already failed. The question is, are we going to have to go through a lot more pain before we reverse this? The mere act of them trying to move in with EAS, federal takeover of media, the expansion of behind-the-scenes private Federal Reserve, payoffs in media, shows their desperation. So this show's under attack. Media Matters said 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, they said, we're going after Fox News and a list of conservative and libertarian sites. And then they didn't list those sites, but you go to their site, you see who they're attacking on an almost daily basis. They attacked me twice yesterday. It's yours truly. They put out reports 6 months ago saying Alex Jones and Glenn Beck are going to cause a new Oklahoma City. Beck finally took my warning, saw the White House advisors saying, boy, a new terror attack would sure help us. And he went on air and said, they're preparing a new Oklahoma City to blame me. He left Alex Jones out of it. No, Glenn, in those reports, they were saying you and I caused that attempted shooter in San Francisco. That you and I, along with Ron Paul, caused the Gifford shooting. That you and I were going to cause the new Oklahoma City. Because even though you've proven yourself to be a thespian, Shakespearean actor of great skill, even though you are like a chameleon, and I don't trust you, the fact that you understood the market share out there in telling the truth about the New World Order and went 50% of the way made you a superstar. Because the globalists thought they could control this movement, but now it's backfired on them. You just added credibility to people like me with the mainstream dumbed-down crowd. Now, we don't really even need them because they're a bunch of couch potatoes who don't act. We want the young people. We want the military. We want the police. We want people in government to wake up. We want people that are out there in the system, and we're reaching them. And we're going to win this war. Agents of liberty, sons and daughters of liberty, don't have to follow orders from headquarters. They've rediscovered what it is to be free. They've rediscovered history. They've rediscovered the foundations of what make a nation and a people great. And ideas are bulletproof. To use a line from V for Vendetta. You think you can stop flesh and blood? You can, but you can't stop an idea. And if the globalists physically kill me or imprison me or set me up, that will only intensify our credibility. So instead, they're trying to assassinate my character, assassinate who I am, misconstrue things out of context to make me look like a kook. Whether it's Media Matters or Glenn Beck, it's the same tactic. But Media Matters and the New York Magazine and Rolling Stone and Nightline and MSNBC and all the and Discovery Channel and History Channel and all their attack pieces and BBC, you still are blind to what's hiding in plain view. You have lost all of your credibility with anyone who can think for themselves. As Cass Sunstein admitted 2.5 years ago in those internal memos that are public. And his public papers. As I told Politico, as I told Salon last year during the Republican primary in Kentucky, they said every time he's attacked, his ratings go up, Rand Paul. And I said, that's right. The only way for you to defeat Rand Paul, but you can't because you're too arrogant, is to endorse him. If you endorse him, he will lose credibility, but that still won't defeat him because he'll only lose credibility with weak-minded who know enough to not trust you. So because they don't trust you, they won't trust Rand. The thinkers, even if you did that sophisticated attack, would understand Rand's real record. And so Bill Clinton went to campaign against him. He got about 8 points in the polls on top of his lead of 6%. See, you kill me, it underlines and highlights everything I've said and done. You try to assassinate my character. I'm a pretty boring guy. There are no skeletons. You invent them, it won't work. It's the seal of approval when you attack someone. What do you got left in your kitty? What do you got left in that hole, that ace? Stage terror, false flags on the internet, fear-mongering about 160 buried al-Qaeda nukes in the U.S., more fake anthrax attacks, new wars, financial implosion, posing as the savior. But you could have done that a decade ago. But now people know about the Federal Reserve. Now people know about the New World Order. Now people are looking past the Republican and Democratic figureheads that are only fighting over who gets the levers of control to the private Federal Reserve financing the corporate media on both the left and right under the table with taxpayer money. It's coming out in the London Guardian, Bloomberg, AP. Doesn't become a big news cycle issue, but it comes out. Oh, yeah, 370+ billion laundered by Wachovia and Wells Fargo of cocaine and heroin money out of Mexico. They even were running the aircraft. Credibility lost. Credibility destroyed. You understand what's happening. You understand people know that the government 12 years ago signed a deal to take all the military veterans' death benefits when they died and cheat their way